and welcome to Kids Can Cook, the summer reading program version. Today I am going to make something with carrots. Now I don't know if you know what a carrot seed looks like, but I wanted to plant some carrots in my garden. So I went to Carmar Garden, and let me show you how tiny the carrot seeds are. They are very, very small. I'm going to just put a few on this plate, and you can see how small the carrot seeds are. And these are what I am going to plant in my garden. Well, it takes a while for carrots to grow. So I had to go to the grocery store and get some carrots. But whenever you're preparing food, you want to make sure that your area is clean. So I have a cleaner here. I'm going to go ahead and clean this area right here. And go ahead and wipe it all down. Ah, I think I dropped some of the carrots when I was doing that. Okay, so this is the area that I'm going to use. And of course, you want to make sure that your hands are clean also. So I have some hand sanitizer right here. Now, I love carrots. In fact, I probably have carrots every day. But did you know the carrots we normally get are orange? But there are also different colors of carrots. In fact, and I got this from this Chop Chop magazine that we have here at the library. This is the fall of 2018. But it says that carrots also come in purple, white, red, and yellow varieties. Now I was hoping to find, I really wanted to find a purple one. And while I was taping this for you, I was going to try to taste it because I wonder if they taste the same. But I looked all over and I could not find it. But when I do find a different colored carrot, I'll let you know what it tastes like. Okay, today we are going to make crispy carrot fries. And what the utensils that we need to make this, the first one is you need to have a clean cutting board. I have that right here. You need to have a sharp knife, and I have everything in here. Let me pull it up. The sharp knife is what you would have an adult do. Your mom or your dad or your grandma or grandpa, they would use the sharp knife. You also, now I need to tell you, okay, you need to have a pound of carrots. Let's get out the carrots. Now normally with my carrots, what I do when I'm going to eat carrots, I use my peeler. Crystal, thank you. Crystal is taping this. I couldn't think of the name of this. I normally use the peeler, but in the directions it said do not peel them, but to just use some kind of like scrubbing brush thing. Have this under the water and just scrub them, and this way you get all the dirt out, and so you have more carrot to eat. And so I'm glad that they said that. So you don't need the peeler, just use the scrubber. Okay? So we have our knife. You need to have a pan that you're going to put them in. With the pound, you would probably have a bigger cookie sheet. You need to have a tablespoon, which is right here, and you also need to have a quarter of a teaspoon, which I have right there. And in fact, you know what? I goofed. It should have been a half a teaspoon, and I have the quarter. So you know what I'll do? I will put 2 of these in. Okay, now for the ingredients, of course we need carrots, and I don't know if you knew this, but my carrots came and they did not have the green leafy part on it. But in this magazine, it says that when they first started having carrots, the people ate the greens. I've never tried the greens. I'd like to try them sometime. Okay, just a little bit of trivia there. You also, another ingredient is you need some oil, which I have right there. And you also need some kosher salt, and I have that right here. Now, you probably saw my one carrot went on the floor. I'd have to wash that one, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do it with using the carrots that aren't clean. Okay, so have your mom or dad cut off the top part of your carrot and also the bottom part of your carrot. So I'm just going to go like this and cut it off. Go like this and cut it off, okay? Have your parents do this portion. Okay, then have your parents cut the carrot, and here it said in about thirds. So let's try that. This is about 1/3, and that is about 1/3. Okay, now it takes longer if you leave them like this, but if you make them in strips, which again, have your parents do this part, and just go down like this. But then your carrots will cook a little bit faster. So again, I'm going to go like this and cut this carrot. Have your parents do this part. We don't want you to cut your fingers or anything. And in fact, with this one, it is a little bit wider. So I think I may cut that in 4s. Okay, so now what you will do, once you have all your carrots cut, I think I have done something that was a little bit smarter than what they said in the recipe. They said to go ahead and put them in your pan. Well, then they said to take your oil and your kosher salt, pour that on there, and then just with your hands rub them all together. I did not want to get my hands all yucky. So what I did was to put them inside here, put the whole pound in there, and then you take 1 tablespoon of your oil. I have canola oil, and the 1 tablespoon would be this much. And then when you have, with your 1 pound of carrots and your 1 tablespoon of oil, you would take a half a teaspoon of the kosher salt. Now let me show you the kosher salt. I didn't have any at home, but my daughter did. And she goes, oh, Mom, just take a little bit of mine. The kosher salt, let's see, maybe if I put it on here, you'll be able to see it a little bit better. The kosher salt is it's not as fine as what the regular salt is. And you will see that it's a little bit larger than the other one. So what I did with that then, put my oil on top of my carrots, I put my kosher salt on top of that, and then, this is the smart part, I just shook it around. And so that way the oil and the salt would get all over your carrots. Now, when I did this with a cookie sheet, and I would do it with this if I didn't have, just had a few carrots, I went ahead and sprayed it like this. That way your carrots will not stick to the pan. And then you will just go ahead and dump your carrots on here like this. Spread them around so that it's just kind of like a single layer. And then have your parents put them in the oven. The temperature of the oven is 400 degrees, and they have to be in the oven for about 35 to 45 minutes. What I did with mine, I checked them about halfway through, so it was like maybe they had cooked for about 15 minutes, and I checked them, and I took my spatula and turned them around a little bit. And then, when you are all done, you will have your crispy carrot fries. And that is what they look like. Now mine, since I made them yesterday, they're not as crispy, but I do like the carrots. And I hope you have enjoyed this recipe. If you want to take pictures when you do this at home, you can send them to us and we will put them on our Facebook page. So, happy cooking. Thank you. Bye-bye.